Hi, do you like reading? Me too. My name's Rachel and this is my reading room. Come on in. Do you want to know what today's story is? You do? All right, you ready? Today's story is called King Puck, inspired by an Irish festival. And it's written and illustrated by one of my favorite authors, Michael Garland. You ready to read? Okay. "Ah, Finny," Seamus said to his goat, "we're so lucky. Our mountain is the most beautiful in all of Ireland." It was beautiful, but it was lonely. Only the wee fairies lived nearby. Seamus had no one to talk to but his goat. At night, Seamus liked to read the stories of Finn McCool. The goat loved when the hero giant tasted the magic salmon and gained the gift of wisdom. Finny wanted to be wise too. "These stories are a joy, but wouldn't some new books be wonderful?" Seamus asked. Then he sighed, wishing for an answer. The fairies began to pity the sad farmer and his goat. One night, while Seamus was asleep, they cast a spell. The next morning, Seamus got the shock of his life. When he said good morning to Finny, the goat said good morning right back. Then Finny said, "I'm famished. What a lovely day it is. The river is up. I wonder if the trout are biting." "How did you learn to speak?" Seamus asked. "I don't know," replied Finny. "Perhaps I learned from you?" Seamus was happy, but the fairies weren't finished with their plan. Later that day, the two friends discovered a handbill. "The King Puck Festival. What is that?" Finny asked. "The judges pick the best goat to crown King Puck, the only king in Ireland. It's just for one day, but it's quite an honor. Let's go!" cried Finny. Seamus hastily packed some food and proudly brushed Finny's hair. "You'll be named King Puck for sure," he exclaimed. Happy and hopeful, they talked and walked all day and night down the mountain path. "Look at all those ribbons and flags," Seamus said to Finny as they crossed the bridge into Kilorgren. "And isn't this music splendid?" Seamus remarked. Finny clacked his hooves in time to a fancy jig. Suddenly the music stopped as the farmers and their grand goats entered the square. Now feeling ordinary and a little foolish, Finny joined Seamus at the end of the line. The judges were less than impressed with Finny. They turned to walk away when he stepped forward. "May I please have another chance?" he asked. "I'd like to recite the tale of Finn McColl." The people of Kilorgren had heard the story before, but never told by a goat. When Finny completed the tale, the crowd went wild. The judges had no choice. They picked Finny to be King Puck. With great fanfare, Finny and Seamus led a parade through the narrow streets of town. The crowd cheered as the mayor of Kilorgren placed a gold crown on Finny's head. "I name thee King Puck, the only king in Ireland," he proclaimed. "King Puck, as mayor, it is my pleasure to grant you one wish. What will it be? Gold, silver, a mountain of hay?" Finny glanced at Seamus. He knew what they wanted the most. "Books," he said. "We'd like nothing more than books." The crowd cheered, and Finny felt as wise as Finn McCool. Seamus and Finny never wanted for another book or better company. Once a week, Miss Margaret Mary Carney, the librarian from Kilorgren, drove up the steep mountain with a fresh bag of books. King Puck got his wish, and the fairies were happy too. Wow, did you like that story about Seamus and Finny and the little fairies in Ireland? I've been to Ireland and I think there are fairies there. Well, if you like this story, please be sure to like and follow along with Read Along with Rachel, where if you have a book, you have a friend, and I'm your friend too. Bye!